Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, have you guys been out to an event or a restaurant or even a movie theater or bowling, and you look around you, you see an Asian man. He is with his woman and kids. And then you see a Hispanic man. He is also with a woman and kids. You see a white dude. White dude is with a woman and kids. Then we see black people. It's majority black women with kids. And then you may see some black men also with kids. But you rarely see black man, black woman, and their children. Now, I could be wrong. It could be the area where I live, so I could be wrong. But have you guys noticed that? The next time you brothers and sisters go outside, just look around you. Look at your surroundings. Look at people and see if you notice what I'm saying. Which brings us to today's episode. We are going to talk about family. And why are we going to talk about family again? Because I am all about family. I grew up in a large Nigerian family. That's what I'm used to. That's all I know. And that's why I will forever be about black families worldwide.
The problem is you've never asked yourself the question, well, what note am I striking? And why is it that no note resonates with me? And the point being is this, is your nuclear family is important to your adult life. From the day you launch until the day you die, your family of origin and your ongoing nuclear family has an impact on you. It highly influences your adult years more than you will ever know.
Shout out to our brother David and the Daily Podcast for sending today's clip. Hello, welcome to Reactions and Reviews. I'm your humble host, Eze. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show. And in today's clip, we are going to take a look at a sister from the Nation of Islam and how she is disappointed in black single mothers. Our sister doesn't hold back as she lets black women have it. Let's get to it.
We're also taught that no nation can rise above the condition of its woman. So when you look at our condition and you ask what changes need to be made in our race, that question is loaded because we're not looking at our women and our girls. Our girls are abused. Our girls have poor self-esteem and self-worth. They don't value themselves for what's here. They value themselves for what's here. Yes. And they're taught that by their mothers who don't know any better. And they're taught that by a society that places value on those things that will never allow them to rise above the condition of a hoe, for lack of a better word, or a thought, or all of these other derogative names that we ourselves apply to each other. So think on that. When you have little girls in your arms, and when you allow them to parade around half naked, and when we put on the same clothing that our children are wearing, and then we're telling them, oh, you're going to be cute today. But are we teaching them how to write? Are we teaching them how to read? Are we teaching them how to value the mind that Almighty God gave them? Are we cultivating within them the gifts that He put there that are not gifts that some man will take advantage of? Yes. We have to think about that when we start talking about race, because there are men who come into our communities and they take advantage of our little girls whom we have mistaught, whom we have not elevated, whom we have not given a sense of value. So that 75% of the work, it starts with the woman because she's the one who's going to work civilization. Y'all can't do it. We love y'all, but y'all can't do it.
And you know what? To your point.
Yes.
Let's understand something. Let's be clear. Yes, this is a male's channel. At the end of the day, a child, he or she, needs the mother and the father. You can't have one without the other. Mothers are good for the development of any child. So they need their mother just like they need their father.
That was instilled in me by, I think, my parents. I mean, there was part of it that they gave me, but also just behaviorally growing up in an environment where my dad was out to work every morning, trying to go make a living for our family. And my mom woke up every day trying to figure out how to make sure the home was comfortable for us and, to support the kids. So
these days, this era, mothers are competing with their daughters. Mothers are trying to be friends with their daughters instead of being a mother to that child. They are trying to be liked. They are trying to be friends. Mothers are low-key encouraging their daughters to be thoughts. Mothers are doing TikTok videos half naked, twerking, shaking their booty, forgetting their daughter is watching. Mothers these days are dating 6, 7 men back to back and probably smashing all 7 men. Mothers today have no shame. They are happily flexing how many bodies they are racking up, forgetting they have daughters that's watching. If you made it this far, hit that like button and leave a comment to trigger YouTube's algorithm. I'm a new channel and I'm trying to grow. So hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to let you know every time I upload a new video.
The Black community does actually need strong nuclear families, but not because we're Black, but because that's the natural order. So I think it would be safe to say that Reese may not be a Christian because when God looked at man, he said it's not good for man to be alone. He gave him a woman. He didn't give him a village. He didn't give him the community. He said, be fruitful and multiply to this man and this woman. So it's supposed to be God, husband, wife, child. And that's the natural order. And that's why I think we can see some of the foolishness that we see in the Black community because we are out of order. And we can make up all of this stuff that sounds good. I'm from a single parent home and I'm not somewhere cracked out in the streets selling my body. However, that is not ideal. It would have been better for me to be in God's order to have a mother and a father to raise me. And that's just what it is. You know, the effect that it's had, we've had women for generations now saying that they don't need a man, and we have boys that don't want to be one.
Everything we are seeing today in America in the Black community starts at home. When we start building the Black nuclear family again, that will result into community. In Nigeria, they call it the village. Here is community, and that community will make Black people stronger. That community will not turn to the rise of economic. Why? Because those community will create businesses. And those businesses will in turn create finance, wealth, which will then create safety. Because when the community is financially strong, they can demand safety. They can demand laws. They can demand policies in their favor. Why? Because they are pushing, they are lobbying. They are lobbying and pushing laws into place. That is why it's vital to have a Black nuclear family. Kevin Samuels, may he rest in peace, was preaching marriage, marriage, marriage. Don't make babies without marriage. Look at the result, ladies. And I know some of y'all will still say, well, what about the men that abandon their children? That's false. That nonsense has been debunked so many times that I can't even keep account how many times that white propaganda has been debunked. Even Oprah Winfrey, the ultimate Black man hater, she debunked it. She proved that Black men are the #1 fathers in America. She proved, Oprah, that Black men are the most active fathers in their kids' lives.
There's been this landmark study from the Center for Disease Control, which debunked many of the myths surrounding Black fathers. It found that the majority of Black fathers live with their children. Black fathers are more likely to help their children with their homework, prepare meals, bathe and dress their children compared to fathers of other races. So the absent or deadbeat Black father myth that many in America believe is really more like a lie.
These are facts anybody can look up. So we can no longer point the finger at the men. Now, what do you guys think? Do you agree or do you disagree? Either way, leave your comments below so we can start this conversation. Until the next video, stay safe in these streets. Later. Now we wrap it up for today's episode. And thank you for joining me. So please, leave your comment below. If you agree, if you disagree, it doesn't matter. Leave the comment below. And also, you tell me what you want me to cover. You tell me what you want me to discuss and what you want me to react to. Okay? And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you on the next episode. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let's rebuild the Black nuclear family. It is needed. Okay? God bless.